oh, damn, let's have a meeting. No. I better become millionaire, billionaire, the trash princess. Wow, so cool. Sustainable fashion, the next industrial revolution. A lot of investment in infrastructure, in technology, and very important is the consumer mindset.
Welcome, Vincent. Thank you so much for joining me. It's
Thanks,
really a
Mario.
pleasure to have you on board.
Thanks. Excited for this.
It's a beautiful weather today, so it's going to be definitely a good one. Thank you so much again for your time. So let's kick off with the early steps into your industry, which is cloth manufacturing and sustainability in fashion. When and how did you realize, okay, this is going to be my journey for the next 15-20 years?
Okay, so let me say how I started in this industry. Actually, I got born in this industry because the Cheng is garments. It's a family business. Started by my parents 47 years ago in Hong Kong. So I was born in the 80s, so I was born into this. So ever since I was small, I just been around this industry, follow my parents to the factory every now and then, to the office and so on. And how I got into working in the company is after coming back from studying abroad from the US, because my parents were getting old, so I just I decided, okay, I'm single, just graduated, I'll take my chances and come back and try it out and see. So that was in 2005, and then I went straight from the US to Shanghai, because our main operation is in Shanghai. So that's how I started in this business. And the sustainability journey, it's because we have a lot of European clients, especially Scandinavian clients. So when I got back, they were starting talking about sustainability. Of course, I didn't know much about that industry back then. So at that time, the sustainability was really about working condition, safety, you paying your workers on time, paying the right wages. You're making your product safe, so about which chemical things are hazardous and so on. So that was in the early 2000s. That's what it was about, the sustainability, product safety, and fair working conditions and so on. And then later it's the Rana Plaza. So it really got the industry put in a global scale, the sustainability, because that building collapsed. I think that was in 2008, 2009. And that everybody started talking about it because a lot of major brands got caught in that horrible situation. And then the industry the consumer starts realizing, oh wow, that's how our clothes are being made. And then came the True Cost, that documentary. That was like the turning point to, I think, how we see sustainable fashion now. How it's not just about product safety, you're paying the workers right now, working safe workers, the factory safety. It's more about, it's deeper than that. It's about lowering textile waste, being circular, how you can provide living wages and all these things. How can you closing the loop, and that's how the industry is progressing. And we were progressing with the industry. Our customers, some customers, they're very forward in the they're like in the sustainable initiatives. So we learned that, and I think it's like that's the future of the industry. There are opportunities there, and if I'm planning to be in this industry for the foreseeable future, and I'm planning to retire in this industry, so I better like really deep dive in this industry and make it better, and be a real good stakeholder in this industry. Yeah.
You've been with your company, with your family business, Cheng, for already almost 17 years. Have you ever thought about, I know, maybe switching or working for a big corporate or starting your own thing?
Big corporate, not really, because once you're in a family business, it's hard to get out. It's hard. So I never really had that. Once I started, I never had really go work for a big corporation. But before I started in this region, I had that thought, because I was in the. At first, I wanted to work in like a startup, because when I was studying in the U.S., that was during the .com era, the first .com era. So there was like AOL, Yahoo, Amazon, and Sun Microsystem, and it was like Cisco system. Wow, so cool. They went IPO, this become millionaire, billionaire. I was like, yeah, and I was like thinking about that. But after that, going to the family business, no, never really. But I always wanted to start something interesting, new, because I graduated with a degree in accounting and a minor in marketing. I also have engineering background, so I think maybe I could make some good use out of my education and my curiosity. Yeah.
You've been in this industry for almost 2 decades. It sounds really scary.
Yeah, this is like crazy.
So what are the biggest changes have you witnessed, and what are the biggest challenges at the moment that the industry faces?
I think I would say that sustainability, this is like the next industrial revolution, because we're going from a linear to a circular model, right? From a carbon intensive to a low carbon, low waste type of business and production model. So I think this is the mega trend, the sustainability and sustainable manufacturing. Circular fashion, circular economy that's the mega trend. That's the where we are going to be and where we need to be. Yeah.
Okay, so those are how about the challenges? At the moment, definitely companies. All the changes come through a lot of pain and restructuring.
Yeah. That's major challenges. There's a lot of challenges. Let's say we talk about using sustainable materials, just for one. Sustainability is just like a constant evolution. You are constantly making things better. So today's sustainable material may not be tomorrow's sustainable material, because the advancements of technology, we're making the circular more efficient, and we are more efficient on turning some waste back into clothing. So that's one challenge. So you constantly it's learning, researching, and seeing where this industry is going. So that of course researching takes a lot of capital for a small medium-sized company we have at Cheng. So we just try to partner with some new companies and so on, so we can be part of this journey. And another big thing is it's collecting waste. Collecting clothing waste it's a big task, because we don't really have the infrastructure, a very good infrastructure out there to do that. Like now in Shanghai, we have this 垃圾分类, right? You can sort in your trash, right? And some of the waste go to the plastic waste go to this, the recycled waste go to that, the kitchen waste go to there. So in textile, there's still a lot of the waste, like sometimes sitting in our closets. We don't want to get rid of our old clothes. We just kind of want them to sit there. Used clothes, recycling bins, they're not very available. Even though they are around, not all the clothes in there can be in a circular way, and making new fabrics and clothes from old used garment in a scale way is still a work in progress. Still need a lot of investment in infrastructure, in technology, and very important is the consumer mindset.
There are a couple of things you mentioned already: sustainability and technology, right? And that's actually the combination of what you're doing with REMAKEHUB, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's REMAKEHUB for those who don't know, and how much actually technology involved in this project, and how much technology is helping to tackle those big challenges, big problems?
REMAKEHUB is it's a 4-year-old now, the startup. So we at the beginning it was started by Cici, the trash princess, right? She got that title while working, having the office in WeWork. Yeah, because people are like, oh, so you're the one that collecting trash, huh? So you're the trash princess. So that's how she got her cool title.
I'm not sure if it's complimentary, but very meaningful for sure.
Yeah. I think in some places maybe like, oh, there's some bad stigma.
Right.
But I think it's cool nowadays.
What she's doing is really cool.
Yeah. So I joined a bit later. I've been following her journey. She started REMAKEHUB started as like working on some clothes remake. Make some clothes into like some used clothes into other like into tote bag and things. Because the reason she started is because her parents, her mom is in this industry too. So she was kind of born in this industry, and her dad is in like metal and plastic, that kind of industry. So and then we worked on a project together, and then we have a lot of things. We have a lot of common. And then, and we all wanted to, do something in this consumer industry, in the textile industry, and then sure, let's join forces. And so I became the co-founder of REMAKEHUB, and now we really focus on a couple of things. One is the textile part, and the other one is the plastic part. So we're working on some panels that made out of interior for the interior design industry, and then it's made from complete plastic waste. We also help some brands to recycle some of this plastic waste and turn them into new products. And we also work on the textile part, so we helped some brands to downcycle some of the textile waste that cannot be used or sold. And also some of them go to the supply chain, or some of them go be made into some like in-store furnishing for the retail space. And we also play with a lot of new materials, like try it out and see how we can go. Like lately we are working a lot on the bio-based textile, bio-leather, that type. It's just to explore what are the potential use cases and so on.
But I think it all started about the upcycling the fishing nets into the glasses or something like that,
yes,
right?
that was one of the project that put us on the map.
That was super interesting, right? And I think it was the kind of WeWork time, right?
Yeah, that was a WeWork time. And I think that's how, like, we were startup. So we were like playing with that. So she made that one sunglasses, and then I have a friend, a close friend of mine. He's in this business. So I just took a picture and show him on WeChat. Hey, this is from fishing net. This is like, what do you think? He was like, oh damn, let's have a meeting. That's off we go. So sometimes, it's just, all it takes is just, maybe I send a picture to somebody. Yeah. So a close friend. And then something amazing or really interesting can happen. Yeah.
It takes that one catchy thing, right? That makes everything happen. Yeah. And then when it's already going on, starting, then you already kind of put more heavy stuff on it.
Yeah. Everything. So many things always come from unexpected. Yeah, I always tell a lot of like other entrepreneurs who just started, and it's like, Just show it to the public, show to some close friends or some friends that you know that works in the
That is the
company.
advice I will ask you later about it for startups, for entrepreneurs. Coming back to REMAKEHUB, I think also I know that you use a lot of technology into it, right? There's like blockchain as well involved. So what technology actually you think is helping a lot and helping to scale the project?
I think it's still the material science part and and also the build the supply chain. Yeah, because we're working on the plastic. So before it can be made into something that's useful, we need to do a lot of modification testing and so on. So that's where the material science really comes in, and also build that supply chain. It's how are we going to collect that? Where is it going to go? Can we process like a ton or 2 tons per day instead of just like 100 kilos? Yeah, if you're working at 100 kilos, yes, at the beginning for some trial testing, it works. But when you really want to scale it, you need to be hitting the a ton per day at least, that kind of mark. Yeah.
That's definitely exciting times for the company, right? To trying to figure out that, and if it's happening, then it's a boom, and there is the growth. Social entrepreneurship, it's a huge topic, and it's been going on already for a few years for sure, right? It maybe started in the West, and now it's actually everywhere in China as well.
Yeah.
But I guess the challenges and the bottlenecks are quite different for entrepreneurs outside of China and in China. So I'm just curious, so what are the biggest challenges at the moment that Chinese social entrepreneurs are facing when they are trying to scale businesses? Is it a regulatory side, or is it just a general understanding? What are the challenges?
Yeah, I think the understanding what social enterprise is. I talk a lot of friends and say this social enterprise. So you mean you are a
Non-profit.
non-profit? You are a like some kind of charity, right? Yeah. It's like no. Social enterprise is like you're giving back to society while you're still making money. You have to have a business model. You're not just taking donations. You have a business model, but your business model is tied to social good. You're doing good things for the society, right? So they're like, So I think regulatory too. I think it's still. I think pretty soon that we may have this kind of category in China, but I think it's just the mindset. It's like, oh, okay, you don't have to be a charity to be doing good for the society, to give back to the society. I think you can still make some money out of it, being a for-profit and for the society. That's a mindset change, I think.
So this mindset change is definitely a challenge. But do you see it is changing? Is it's getting better and better over years, or it's still a difficult part? And how to solve this?
It's getting better, especially with the sustainability as being really a focal point now. I remember six years ago, like in doing sustainability in Shanghai, this group is so small. Like there's only so few. Everybody knows each other. Now there's so many people doing sustainability now in Shanghai and even in other cities. It's growing. So it's getting there. And it's growing at a very, very fast pace.
A couple of questions here as well to follow up. So first of all, if the government is very supportive, and if yes, what kind of support they provide? And the second one is, since you already mentioned that there are more and more companies, more and more projects, so what may be a couple of projects that makes you super excited?
I think the government, with this transition to sustainability, they're providing, of course, opportunities. There are some like startup competitions you can join. Some districts, like in other cities, they will have give you very good, nice tax incentives, VAT incentives, very low rent if you're doing like sustainability, low carbon. New materials and so on. So definitely there's a lot of this. Yesterday I just saw on the news that we'll have this the Wu 购物节, the new shopping festival in Shanghai. This is the third year, and then the first time they have a green green shopping festival to promote about conscious consumption. Yeah.
Okay. And regarding the couple of projects that makes you excited, apart from REMAKEHUB.
In REMAKEHUB or apart?
Apart from REMAKEHUB, so what are the companies that are doing really cool things?
I think I like materials things because of my engineering background. So I think these bio-based material companies like the mushroom leather, the algae, plastics and materials, and so on. Those are really, I think it's very exciting. I think they're taking the material science to really to the next level. So I like following them. The other one, auto industry. Yeah. Yes, auto industry seems like has nothing to do with fashion and so on. But I think auto industry, because it's a space. I see car is a space. And a lot of companies, all of them pretty much, they have concept car, new ideas. And that concept car always points somewhere to how future of mobility, future of interaction, how people interact with space. And then they also use a lot of new materials and so on. So I think from looking at auto industry, what they're doing, we can learn a few things, and especially now with the boom in the new energy, EVs, that's a whole new opportunity for the auto industry. Yeah, and I think a lot of industries can learn a few things from the auto industry. Yeah.
So, and my next question going to be more about the entrepreneurship side, because we have lots of viewers who are entrepreneurs, and usually the experiences and advice from people like you are going to be very helpful. So you also serve as the president of EO China East, and EO, it's entrepreneurship organizations, which is global community of entrepreneurs. And definitely you work both with the local entrepreneurs here in China and with foreign entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what would pieces of advice you would give to each of this group? Because I guess it might be different advices, right? And where do you see the kind of challenges, the areas for these entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so I was born in Hong Kong, so I'm not local Shanghainese, even though I speak Shanghainese.
Do you?
Yeah, I speak
Nice.
Shanghainese. Yeah, my parents used to live in Shanghai way back in the day. So I'm fortunate that I can speak Shanghainese, so I can understand, the dialects around Shanghai.
I think in Shanghai is very helpful.
Yeah, very, very helpful. Especially when we go to factories, like they're also talking their own dialect, and it's like, yeah, I can kind of understand maybe 70% of what they're talking
Helps you to
about.
negotiate a little bit.
Yeah, trying to be local, Yeah, I think I think one key thing is you need to really understand the local market. Yeah, doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're a local Chinese, if you want to start a business in a different city than the one that you used to live in, you really need to understand the local culture, the market, and what's going on, especially for some industry like retail and so on. Because China is a massive country, right? And each city has their own own style, and people think differently. Shanghai is very international, where Hangzhou, I think it's very local, more closer to what the whole China is like. Shanghai is like, I always say, it's the least Chinese city in China, in mainland. Yeah, so understand the local market, what people are thinking, the way their mindset is thinking, and have to really localize. It's in China East, we're thinking it's like China East. We all talk about is like, because we have members from Malaysia, from Hong Kong, from Singapore, and ABC as well. So we say it's like we have a global mindset, but it's localized. So it's global mindset, but we localize it. So it's very important. I think, for foreign entrepreneurs in China. Yeah. And even local ones. It's like when you go to a new market, you still need to understand the local customs, culture, and that's understanding the locals. I think I would say it's one of the most important things, because when you open yourself up, you're willing to get down and dirty, understand the local market. You're doing yourself a very great favor of the research, right? We also talk about market research. That's part of it, and means that your mindset it's open. You're willing to learn new things.
This is definitely fundamentals, very important. I'm also thinking about it for many years, right? And I guess that's the advice I also hear again and again, which is again shows that this is very important. Also would be interested to hear how actually to open up your mind, right? Because knowing that you need to open up your mind and you need to adopt, this is the one thing, but the second thing actually how to do it.
Before when I first came back, I was like a hermit. Because I came from the US, I spent 10 years in North America. So I have a massive cultural shock. And when in 2005 now, it's very different than Shanghai now, right? It wasn't that international back then. So it took me a while to understand it. Well, my wife helped me, because when she was my girlfriend back then, I was trying to be more local, understand her. So I would type Pinyin, even though I never learned Pinyin. So I forced myself to learn Pinyin. Okay. I also joined like some local organization like EO, so that I have a group of like entrepreneur friends, business friends that I can, if I need help, I can count on. That's very important. Yeah, have your own tribe that hey, if I need something, I know who to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, love it. I think that also helped me a lot as well. So I guess to understand business, it's not just about the business part, it's about the kind of lifestyle and life in general, right? That's why, putting yourself into the environment where you trying to understand how they think, right? What's important and what is not important. That is something that definitely gonna help.
Yeah, that's what we in EO say. It's like, because we have like about over 150 chapters or something around the globe. So we always say like, well, when you go to somewhere you need help, you can always like email the local EO. They're very happy to help. And that's sometimes when I have some challenges in like some foreign market, I contact the local EO and they was like, boom, very, very helpful.
The community and network is another very important thing for everyone, right? That's gonna definitely save your time, energy, and help you to be on track. Perfect. Thank you so much. Those advice is definitely very helpful, and I will put them down as well as a takeaway. Thank you so much for your sharing. I look forward to see more exciting projects coming from your company, from REMAKEHUB, and the whole industry. I wish go a little bit faster so we can see tangible results coming in 5-10 years, and hopefully all the entrepreneurs around gonna accelerate that process.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Thank you so much. That was Between Meetings. Please like, share, comment, and we see you next time.